Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. It is Pinky and we have a zoologist. I know it has been a while and I basically did a couple orders. They sent me some of these. I know. I am excited by this one because I did buy a bottle because I know I don't even know what it smells like, so hopefully I like it. But I bought a bottle because basically they have special edition bottles. What I will say about the special edition, I've said this over and over, I do prefer the original bottles. I think they were special. I think they were unique. I would display them and show them off. Also, I liked the different colors of the perfume. I don't know, I just feel like the special editions were really exciting with the old bottles, but that's just a me preference. A lot of people like the new bottles, so just know that. It's just an opinion, and if you like the new ones, that's fantastic. That's all that matters. As long as you're happy and you find joy in life. So yes, so this one, I have not looked at it, is the Lovebirds. I just opened this. Okay, and of course with the zoologist, you break open this little seal, and they put the different people on there, and you can see them, like T-Rex is there, seahorse is there. So this is the special edition basically, and you have to open it up to see what the color is. Now there's only 3,500 of these, so if you are interested in getting one of the 3 collector bottles, then you will need to buy it probably in the next couple months, because once they're gone, they are gone. They're the same price as the normal one, but just know that. So there you go. Okay, so I'm not going to bore you with cutting through stuff because that's just boring. So there you go. Open it up. And here's my special edition. So, ooh, come on out. All right, so I got the green one. The special edition of Lovebird has a surprise inside. Discover the label color only when you open the box. Contains the same perfume, only the label color designs vary. Green is, so the label rare, so there's rarity. Green is the most common. So I got the most common. I have really bad luck, so that doesn't surprise me. I really do. Blue is 30% and purple's 10%. I'm telling you, I'm the least lucky person. I never win bingo. I've never won. I could play bingo 1,000 times. I never win anything. So there you go. But I'm winning at life today because of this. So in the branches of sprawling thorn tree, a boisterous flock of lovebirds gather undeterred by the African savanna's scorching heat. Cheerful chatter fills the air as they flit and weave playfully, hopping from one partner to another. Sounds like New York City. Amid the lively commotion, one pair slips away to a quiet perch. Snuggling head to head, they preen one another, their affectionate chirps muffled against velvety, soft feathers. The setting sun captures the intimate encounter, sure does, washing the glorious hues of the lovebirds' intertwined plumage with a golden glow. I know, maybe I should put a rating on this. So, Zoologist Lovebird bottle, the thrill of budding romance is a single spritz. I don't know if I'd call that romance. It's just another Friday night. So there you go. It opens with a playful burst of kiwi, orange, passion fruit. Love passion fruit. As sweet and fleeting as a first kiss. A captivating blend of lang lang, lavender, lily of the valley, heliotrope, weaves an intimate connection, drawing you deeper. Finally, amberette, musk, and amber ignite a sensual embrace, leaving a warm, lingering glow of enduring love. There is construction going on. This is going to be going on for months. They're building something new, so unfortunately, this is my life. Yay! So, here we go. Note pyramids. Top note is kiwi, bergamot orange, blackcurrant, mint, clary sage, clove, wormwood, lavender. Heart notes, passion fruit, lang lang, geranium, lily of the valley, heliotrope. Base notes, amyris, amber, Virginia cedar, oak moss, vanilla, tonka, amberette, musk. And Lovebirds does not use animal products. So there's a lot. I like that the opening top notes are basically, it's like a fruit basket with some mint and sage and clove. You know, very light, very delectable. And then, but there's more. There's passion fruit in the middle, but that's where your florals are. And then you get those ambers and like the meatier notes. You get that cedar, that oak moss, that musk. Vanilla and tonka is just delightful. I wouldn't call it that. So there you go. So they're not really heavy. They're just some of my faves. I know. So there you go, Lovebird. Immediately, I get almost like a mossy cedar scent with some fruit. So that's nice. I love me some cedar and moss. So here we go. To here. Oops, need my paper. To here, a little bit more because I had to. So it's now in my hand. Ooh, this is nice. So, let me put this here. This is beautiful. Ooh, okay. So you get a blast of fruitiness and mintiness. Immediately, I get the crisp freshness of mint. Immediately, that just, woo. And a little bit of that sage, that clary sage that's just grounding it a little bit. You definitely get that. But what's coming through a lot is that passion fruit. I love passion fruit. I love fruit. And this is just lovely though. It's very light. It's very airy, which is interesting because usually when I think of Zoologist, I don't know what it is, because to me they're more of an artsy brand. I see them as being a little bit more hearty in their making. This is not that. It actually is taking me to another fragrance and I can't quite put my finger on it and I don't know which one it is. Don't take this the wrong way. It reminds me of a Bath and Body Works spray. It does. It kind of reminds me of that lightness and that kind of scent profile. They have something that I bought in the past that was Bath and Body Works because I buy their spray and lotions and it smells like this. And it's one of their summer releases. I know that scent. It's like taking me to a memory. And I don't know which Bath and Body Works one it is. It's very similar. I know. Because I'm smelling it and I'm like, I know you. But let's try it on the wrist. On the wrist, it's beautiful. So I'm getting that blackberry. I'm getting that passion fruit. On the wrist, ooh, that's beautiful. I'm getting that blackberry. I'm getting that passion fruit. I'm getting that sage. A sage and mintiness, blackberry, passion fruit, and orange. It really is coming through. It's like a little fruitsicle. It's a little fruit bowl. It's really delightful. But let's try it here on the shirt. Interesting. On the shirt, it is sage. It is sage and mint. They're taking the forefront while the fruits are in the background. The same ones. Hi, baby. You want to sit here? She wants to sit here, so we'll be kind. No, you're not. She loves eating plastic, and that's not cool. So there you go. So, so it's the same vein. It's just, hold that thought. Okay, so a lot going on. So basically, it's kind of the same thing, but it's just a fruit basket. So there you go. It's just the clary sage and the mint is coming through more so. Sorry, it's so chaotic. It's going to be like this for probably the next 6 months. So there you go. Big city living. Yeah. Interesting. So here, it's that sage. It's that, it's the sage and mint. I'm not getting any fruitiness from this at all. And it almost has a soapy feel to it. Sage, mint, and soapiness. I'm not getting the fruit at all. That is so strange. Lavender, that's what it is. I'm like, what is its soapiness? It's the lavender. And I know lavender, like I can spot it like this, but my brain is fried from these people. So there you go. It's the soapiness of like a lavender with the sage and mint. And then passion fruit does come through, but the brightness of the other ones, like the blackberry and orange, aren't coming through. Though even on my wrist, that lavender is coming through and bringing a soapy, clean quality, which isn't bad at all. I thought it would be a little bit more fruit. I thought it would be more fruit forward, but being that the top notes, they're eventually going to take back seat, and the middle players and the bass notes are going to come through, But I'm definitely starting to get that lavender. That sage and mint is still there as the fruits are slowly starting to burn off. Very interesting, this one. It's going in a direction I didn't quite, because Lovebirds, I was like, oh, it's going to be a fruit basket, basically, which I'm okay with. But what's also happening is as the base notes come forward, the lightness is dropping. It was a very light, happy scent. And now it's not that it's not happy, it's just getting heavier. Which is strange, because it was light, and I'm like, boy, this isn't, like, this is very light. This isn't going to, like, last, I don't think. But now the hearty notes are coming up and going, yeah, take that back. Eat those words, lady. So I'm eating them, and they're tasty because I'm hungry. So there you go. So what I'm going to do is I am going to check back in an hour to see where this one goes, because I am curious where it does, because this one keeps taking turns in back alleys or back roads I didn't expect. So, you know, that's dangerous. Don't do that. But, you know, here we are. So I will see you back in an hour. Okay, so it has been an hour, and this one isn't one of the stronger ones. So if you're looking for a stronger zoologist scent, I don't think that's the purpose of this one. This one's actually pretty light. It's light, and not in a bad way. You can definitely still smell it, but it's not a powerhouse, if that makes sense. So let's try it on the wrist. Okay, so it's kind of musky. The musk is coming out on my chemistry, as it always does. Zoologist, especially, their musk is really, it usually comes through strong on me, and I don't know if it's the type that they're using versus right now I'm doing Born to Stand Out as a series, and their musk doesn't tend to come across as strong. So it tends to be a zoologist thing for me. So there you go. If musk pulls out on you, that could make zoologist a little bit difficult. But that being said, it's actually quite nice. It's actually quite nice. It's not disturbing anything. It's not overwhelming like some of the other past scents have been for me. So what's coming through for me still is the black currant. I think I said blackberry. I meant black currant. I love black currants. There's a candy that I had before that are like black currant chewies. Oh, so good. Love black currant. And so that's still coming through for me. And I'm still getting the sage. So I'm getting the sage. I'm getting the blackberry, the musk, vanilla, tonka, and a little bit of cedar is coming out for me. So it just depends. There's a lot going on with this. So depending on what your nose likes to pick out, or notes that you know, or what comes out in your chemistry, it's probably going to morph quite a bit. It also has a powdery effect to it. Now, I never really got the lang lang from it, or the big floral aspect that it's claiming. Like, I think it said Lily of the Valley and lang lang, and I never really got those. And I know lang lang pretty well, and Lily of the Valley decently. But I'm just not getting a floral. It's mostly fruit with a little bit of like oak moss and sage. Even lavender, I think, is taking a back seat. It's slightly kind of still there, but it's kind of like a soapy fruit bowl for me a little bit. A powdery one, but not overly powdery, if that makes sense. It does have that powderiness to it due to the heliotrope and things, but it's not like vanilla powder, which is very powdery. It's not like that. So, but there's a powderiness to it. But let's try it on the shirt. Interesting. On the shirt, it definitely has more of that soapiness to it. It's like a clean, fresh soap with fruit. And I think that is coming from the lavender. So I'm getting that sage. I'm getting that lavender, which is adding a soapiness to it and a fruitiness to it. But again, I'm not really getting those florals. Very interesting. Here's more passion fruit forward. Yeah, there's passion fruit here, but I'm getting more black currant. This is more passion fruit. And I'm getting the florals here. So in here, I'm getting the florals for sure. And I'm getting the sage, and but I'm not getting the fruit as much. Florals, the sage. That vanilla is starting to come out. A fruitiness. It's very interesting. Very, very interesting, this one. Yeah, so it really morphs a lot. This is one. There's certain fragrances that are kind of across the board like this. The latest being like Sugar Addict from Born to Stand Out is very much that. It kind of stays in what it is from here to here to here. Of course, chemistry and things are going to pull out maybe one note more so, or make one retreat, depending on your chemistry and the way that you perceive senses or your sense. So as I always say, get if you can, get a sample, because it really does make a difference. You know, it really does. So with this though, this one has a lot of notes, and because of that, it's really going to be dependent on your chemistry and what your nose enjoys and pulls out, because there's so many notes. So this one's going to vary quite a lot, because I'm getting, you know, fruity and oak moss and sage, and then I'm getting soapy, lavender, you know, clean, almost like soapy laundry scent with a little bit of fruit, versus floral and fruit and not a lot of soapiness. And that's 3 different areas. So very clean, fresh scent. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back in 4 hours and see where this one is at, because again, it is very light, but it doesn't surprise me. You know, it doesn't surprise me. I don't think this was supposed to be a powerhouse, and it isn't a powerhouse. So, but we'll see where it goes in 4 hours. Okay, so here we are. We made it, and always testing the lighting to try to make it a little bit more palatable when it gets dark. But yes, so we made it through 5 hours of Lovebirds, and it's still going. It's very light, but I can definitely still smell it. So this is more of a personal scent at this point, but it's not a skin scent. It's just more of in this bubble versus this bubble, but it was never this bubble. So just know it was always kind of here, and now it's more here. I could definitely still smell it when I'm wearing it or walking around. The thing is that it's become more soapy. So it seems like a very fresh and clean soap scent at this point. But let's try it on the wrist. It smells like soap on my wrist. It smells like a really nice, expensive soap that you'd expect at a very expensive hotel. Yeah, it smells like an expensive soap, and it's hard to pull out any notes but musk. But musk is always there for me, so I smell the musk for sure. It's like a soap. It's like a beautiful soap with a little bit of that tonka and vanilla. Okay, it's different on the shirt. So chemistry, like I said, is going to play a big thing with this. This one really alters. So it definitely has a tartness to it. So there's like a tart note, fruit note to it for me. So it could be that passion fruit mixed with the black currant. There is a little bit of that soapiness, but florals are coming through. For me, more lily of the valley. So lily of the valley and like a soapiness, but you get that tartness of the fruit still. Very interesting. And let's try it here. Almost the same as it is on the shirt at this point. It's like it's like a tart fruit. It's a tart fruit, but I lied, because this one on the shirt, it has a little bit more soapiness to it. Let me try that again. Yep, it's soapier on the shirt. So it's a soapy scent, which I think is that lavender. And then it has, and maybe mixing with that cedar and oak moss is creating that, but it's creating very soapy, clean soap, but it's tart. So there's a tartness to it coming through, which is very interesting. So here you get that tartness, the sweetness of the vanilla and tonka, and a little bit of soapiness, but not nearly as soapy as it is on my chemistry or on the shirt. So that is very interesting. I would say it's perfect for spring. I know I totally jumped, but let's do it. I would say this is perfect for spring. It's fresh. It's very fresh and clean, and a little bit of fruity to it. So I think it really lends to spring into summer, which makes it it's the perfect choice for this time of year. It's perfect. It really is. So this is the best season for it to be released. I'm sure it was done that way on purpose. But it's a very clean, fresh, beautiful scent that's going to make you feel great during spring and summer. Because even if you're not feeling your freshest in those hot summer days, this one's got you covered, because it smells really good, like really expensive. To me, laundry detergent or hand soap, it smells like really expensive stuff. with a little bit of fruit to it and tonka and vanilla. But yeah, it also, like I said, doesn't have a lot of throw, so just know that. And let's see, as far as masculine, feminine, I mean, we don't care. We wear what we want when we want, but if we're going to put it into a box, I would say this is really neutral. I mean, which we love. All of these are unisex. Every fragrance is unisex, but this one really, truly, if you want to put in a category, to me, fits that mold. Because with florals and sometimes fruity things and vanillas in there and tonka, which there's a lot more going on there, but because of those components, sometimes people can see that as feminine. But with this, it never goes there. There's a powderiness to it that I forgot to mention. There's an all-over powderiness to all of these, which is probably the heliotrope causing it to be that. But that being said, it never gets too sweet. This doesn't, even with the vanilla and the fruits, it never goes to gourmand territory, which people usually see as being a little bit more feminine. I don't care if you're a male and you like gourmand, go wear it. But if we want to put it in a box, a lot of the time people think gourmands are more feminine. This one definitely isn't gourmand. It just doesn't have that sweetness that you would expect from something so fruity, and with vanilla, it never heads there because of the other notes kind of grounding it. I don't smell the sage anymore, but it kept it grounded for a long time, so it never went into that territory. So there you go. I really do think this one's like boom in the middle and can be enjoyed by absolutely everyone, like every fragrance, but this one's right in the middle. Now, if I were going to give this one a score, where would I put this? So, this may be a bit controversial. Just know that when I rate things, it's based off of Binky's preferences, not yours, not the guy honking his horn right now. Basically just me. It's me being selfish, saying this is what I would rank it as far as my personal collection and my thoughts. I would give this one a 6.5 out of 10. And here's why. I know some people are like, because it isn't necessarily as strong as I would like. Once you put on more, like a Harvest Mouse, when I sprayed that on, I do 6 or usually 8 sprays. It stays all day. It gets a little bit weaker towards the end, but it never is overbearing because it was a lighter scent, but it definitely stays for the full day. Like I can go 8-10 hours and still smell it. So just know that sometimes that's the magic of Zoologist with these lighter scents. Like Lovebird is you just have to spray on more to get it to stay. You know, this is a very beautiful, clean scent. Gorgeous. But I think, I don't know. The reason why I gave it a 6.5 out of 8, I think I gave it a 6.5, I'm pretty sure I did, is because I feel like I've smelled this before. Like I said, Bath & Body Works, I've smelled this scent before. It took me there immediately. Though I don't remember which one it is, it existed. And it just right there told me that it wasn't necessarily, it's a beautiful fragrance, but I don't know if it's as original as, say, Harvest Mouse, which is kind of unique, you know, like T-Rex or Bee, you know, these other ones that are a little bit more, even Portuguese Man of War, which did not work for me, but it is unique. And I kind of miss that aspect. Almost kind of like that, though. Almost the last thing they released that was kind of fun, that people are going to be like, That's what Zoologist is known for, and I feel like this one's beautiful, but some people may think it's a bit too safe. So I can see how some people might be disappointed with that. I am definitely not disappointed. I think it is beautiful. I think it is fresh. It is clean. But as far as my collection, I was just looking for something a little bit more fruity. I wanted something fruitier, a little bit sweeter because of all the fruit components. And Lovebirds are bright and pretty, and I think I just wanted it to be a little bit more bright with its tones or its scents, and that would be coming through with all the fruit notes and these brighter notes that were there, but that end up getting buried a little bit. But it's still a really beautiful scent. I do not, you know, feel badly for buying this at all. There are no regrets, absolutely not. I think it is beautiful. I think it's wonderful. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to actually put it in a drawer that's put way more, but I can open it. But yeah, so that is my review on Lovebirds from Zoologist. Very nice. And the artwork, I didn't mention, I love this artwork. I love whoever this artist is. It makes me smile. And so yeah, we have 3 more new ones to try, which I'll be putting in. I'm doing Born to Stand Out series now, but I'm going to put these probably every other one so we can get those on the review doc, you know? I'm excited. I'm excited to try these new ones. Quick cheek peek. I don't know which one that was that I smelled, but there you go. So with that, have a wonderful day, my friends. Bye.